Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
Hey guys, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Hari ini aku nak main game Serena.
Her photo is right there. Maybe I could have another look.
Macam apa tengok, game ni tidak ada main screen. Masuk-masuk game terus macam ni. Okay, this aku tengok. Okay, oh.
Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves. The guy who snapped, my love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points.
Game ni berkenaan Serena, iaitu isteri dia. Aku tak tahu lah isteri dia betul ke ataupun dia tak ingat. And then dia duduk dalam kabin dan dia sebenarnya tengah tunggu Serena tu kembali ke kabin dia. Tak tahu Serena ni pergi mana, tapi sinopsis dia kata macam tu. So dia tak ada dia memori pasal Serena ni, dia lupa. So
the furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind.
This is a point-and-click game.
Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions, and there were many more to come. Our dining table. I could tell plenty of stories. The dining table was well worn even our dining table. I could tell plenty of the dining table was our dining table. I could tell the dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it. This used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles. Once we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching pair, obviously. There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place. We just left it there. For all the charm of one of a matching pair, obviously.
Oh no.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell. I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Grasshopper Lies Heavy.
A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Life and Death of Kickstarter
I didn't
Addict.
lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not. Most of the books are mine, but a lot of rarity. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking.
Serena.
Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate, yet I don't feel hungry. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
Lee.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims. It belongs in a museum. An archaeologist could excavate the layers of food forever welded onto this and learn about the days when other beings ruled the earth. I have more pressing things on my mind right now than culinary exploits. I think it dates from the colonial era, probably. It belongs in a museum.
Okay.
I could tell plenty of stories. The dining table was our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Ooh. Scary. Tadi macam boleh tekan tau. Augustine and Aina came to New York with a dream of being their own family. What? Since then, relatively impeccable sophistication in bouquet and color. Okay.
This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right? I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly. There's probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena. I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time, long ago, that all this disrepair felt oddly homey. All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time, long ago, that all this disrepair felt oddly homey.
Good. Wow. Kecolek ke ni? Macam aneh je. Calm, love, with peace in your heart. Ride with me, shed your mortar, guys. Here is our mount, a snow white mare. Come, Oisin, to my gardens fair. In the land of youth, ply your art. Ours shall be the cycle of days. Our suns and sky and rainbows, rainbow waves.
Come, love, with peace in
Oh.
your heart,
Okay.
said Niamh of the ice-blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise.
Yes.
Niamh is of the Fae folk, the fair ones,
Niamh.
fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of... My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could... Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else?
Serena?
We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to, but
Jangan-jangan Serena tu dah mati. Dia tak boleh terima dia simpan mayat
we
Serena
found this trunk at a flea market.
dalam ni.
We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love... Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. No, I better stay in case Serena comes back. There's always a chance she might return.
Aku
There's
nak
nothing for
langsung.
me out there. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many things I promised I would fix. I have this gut feeling that I shouldn't leave just yet. There's nothing for me out there. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many
True
things I
friends
promised I
stand by
would
each other
fix.
through any adversity. No.
She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
What?
See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
And no trap door under there, just
You
more
sure?
creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep
The rug's all crooked again.
our refuge from the world, a place of warmth and passion. Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was, far out. The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury, but without her,
Macam terlalu lama KB ni.
there
Dengan
are no
sarang
monsters
laba-laba.
under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot.
Tak layu.
A plant is a plant.
Nampak.
Beautiful to some, boring to others.
Beautiful to
They
some.
say these things are alive.
For me.
If they are, it must be a horrible existence, confined in their own silent, dark world. We have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin, like my books. A plant is a plant. Beautiful. She is fairly religious, not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard, but I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess. Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable. No, I don't want to read right now. Especially not a Bible. I have no need for the words in there. I don't feel like being admonished by a deity right now. No, I don't want to read right now. Especially not a Bible.
Ish, kecoh aku.
For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out. Whenever her lamp didn't work, Serena would come by my side to read. A few moments later, she would lay her head down on my chest and fall asleep. The only reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one. Because of a wiring problem or whatever, this one always starts smelling sharply of metal after being on for a while. Considering what a strong odor of metal this one gives off when in use, I guess we were lucky never to have an accident.
Ya
The only
ke?
reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one.
Nanti tak ada apa nak cakap pasal laci. Nothing to say. Mak itu kejut.
Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway.
Ya ke?
I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now. Don't think Serena would approve of me making an even bigger mess of the clothes in here. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes
Dah
right now.
dekat ni, nampak amari ni dekat betul dengan muka. Aku takut. Okay. Creaking sound. Sikat.
There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere, nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. She also had a brush.
Mana?
Hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors. So, this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful.
Jadi
And
macam tak
dust on
boleh
this,
terima
too.
kenyataan ni.
It's everywhere. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Macam I hate the clock.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. A luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds.
I love you.
I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
Serena. Okay, Serena.
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, when she told me the soothing sound of her name.
Dearest,
They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's.
Boleh macam lama
I'm
jawapan.
generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. I'm only supposed to take these before meals. Not a big fan of them. They do tend to alleviate my headaches, though. Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. Comme une évidence. Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time, at least I thought we were. These keys are for the cabin and the car. If the keys are here, does she have her spare?
Oh
I should
no.
probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare?
She died.
We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one. We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway.
I think go asylum.
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area.
Kenapa
I've
tak keluar
always
rumah?
loved the hazy afternoon shades of
Tak
this
keluar daripada
place.
cabin ni.
It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing. The sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen.
Oh,
Or is the stress finally
Correct
catching up with
name.
me? The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. We used to keep a pitcher of water and a glass on this nightstand, but they're not here now.
oh. Journey. Strikes your eye. Terrified of dolphin.
She was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these, actually. I think she was into them too.
That looks interesting. We can always try it.
I read it for the articles, of course. Like that one by the guy. That one about the thing.
What
I
thing?
needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods. Something good left in this world. They still make covers like this. Erotic. Not obscene. She's beautiful, but what's her obsession with dolphins? I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from
Dah,
time to
kenapa nak
time.
takut dengan dolphin?
It's
Dolphin
some way through the
comel.
woods. Something good left in this world. They still make covers like this. Erotic. Not obscene.
More
Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months.
like sibling.
There's a thick layer of dust and an almost invisible outline where we kept the water pitcher. We brought the lamps with us when we got this place all those years ago. They were from a garage sale. The sun is streaming through the window. No reason to turn this on. All these metaphors and similes in my head. Light of my life.
Simile.
Make light. Wait, that's another kind of light. A lamp is a lamp, but to a writer, every mundane item triggers connections, and that leads to more. It seemed like neither of us could bother to properly wipe the lampshades. All these metaphors and similes in my... I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to, every cabin needs one. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here, as long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this
Okay, 6
clock.
suku.
I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync.
Hey,
The guy who snapped this, our host
dah
that night,
muka.
used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love. We don't have a lot of photos. The guy who snapped. My love. We don't have. The guy who snapped. My love. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then.
Oh no.
How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. That ticking, it never stops. I've wasted so much time in my life. Did I ever take a break to show her how much I truly cared? Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock.
Could you take this out and beat it, love? It's getting a bit dusty.
It's one of the few decorative things here. We weren't much of homemakers, either of us. I remember us washing it properly in the lake many summers ago. Once. No trapdoor under there, just more creaky floor. As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire.
Oh,
Some of her scent still lingers.
dia punya
What's the matter with me?
dialog lain.
I can't seem to remember even ordinary things. When was the last time we made love? Maybe if I go to sleep, I will wake up, and there she'll be, arms wrapped around me, the warm, passionate touch of her lips. But I can't sleep. It feels as if I've been awake for ages.
No.
There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. Everything around here is so familiar. Everybody thinks that living out in the middle of a dark, dense forest is so romantic. Nothing but you and nature. Serena and I thought so too, once. That is, until the loneliness kicked in. Why did we choose this place? We were both so young and spontaneous. Why did we suddenly decide we should let our love wither away in a still life?
I think you kidnapped
Sunlight
her
can be
and collet dia.
confusing, oppressive. Were there times I could have complimented the way she dressed, told her how beautiful she was to me, instead of assuming she already knew? How could I possibly forget the color of her hair like that, even for a moment? She was my girl with the sun in her hair. What's happened to me? I liked to watch her comb her hair before she came to bed, but that was so long ago. At some point, I just stopped. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket. I never noticed it before, but there's a tiny crack in it. Well, it's a hairline fracture. I still remember when this thing smelled of fresh paint. How did I miss everything getting dinkier, more worn? We should have renewed our life somehow, but money was always so tight. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like, and then you toppled us on the snow.
she always reminded me to take these. I never asked her to. She just did it. I've been so immature about these. Even resorted to the old pill under the tongue trick more than a few times. She deserved better. I tried to flush these a long time ago, but someone noticed, as if she cared about my impotent life.
Dia
High
macam marah.
blood pressure. What a load of bull. I've never felt better in my life.
I'm
Oh.
sick and tired of having to pamper you like a baby. Fine, I hope you have a great, lonely time at the hospital.
All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I torture myself trying to remember. I'm too upset to even think straight.
Wow.
I hate her so much.
Wow. Bunuh dia ke?
These pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I can't even bear to look at my face. She's really done a number on me. She never descended to criticizing my looks, though. Even when we fought, even when my hairline started going, it was a sore point for me. My thoughts are all over the place. Get it together, damn it. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I torture myself trying to remember. She once told me how I supposedly used words to fool her somehow, but what did she think this stuff was? Natural? How was I supposed to react when she used this anyway? She knew I loved her. It's not like we have to say it over and over again. The smell of this disgusts me. So many lies, so much deceit. She probably left it here just to spite me. Too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
Kau rasa dia bunuh?
These pathetic souvenirs.
Where are you going? Oh, that's rich. Just run away.
I just needed to blow off steam, to be somewhere else, just for a while. But I can't even remember what we argued about. Unless she was the one who left. I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
I think you kill her.
And then you topple the.
Dude, I think you kill her and you don't remember.
That incessant noise! I should smash this useless antique to pieces right now! It can't keep the time for 5 minutes straight. Chimes completely at random and never stops making that infernal noise. But hey, guess who thought it was so cute?
Wow,
This thing has caused me more sleepless nights than I care to remember. No wonder I'm going crazy. Why torture myself trying to... I'm too upset to even... I hate her so much. The stains on this bed suddenly make me mad. Angry even. Why must life always end up so sordid and hateful? I'm not crawling in there. I'm too riled up for that, and it's just not dark enough anyway. All of these pathetic souvenirs from... It feels darker by the minute, but the sun is still high in the sky. Or is it? I feel so turned around. It can't be happening. No, I can still see even if the light is going. I'm not turning it on. I
Hey,
couldn't care less about this damn thing. I couldn't care less about the damn thing. Maybe I should have a look at the contact pages. Her and her damn spice. Wow, two can play at that game. Serena thought she was so special. Always
Wow,
trying to
ada-
make our sex life edgy and exciting. Now I can see she was just afraid of admitting how bland and boring she really was.
the voice actor, the voice acting. Oh, so good. Wow.
Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight.
Daripada happy jadi benci gila-gila.
Birdsong. Nothing feels worse when there's no hope. No chance of anything. The light is so dim here. Makes me want to chop down every tree outside. There's
Hakim
only a
cabaran
limited
je.
window of opportunity for everything. And I wasted mine. I hate her so much.
Yeah.
All the real color faded from it long ago. It must be full of dust mites.
Should burn it too, dear.
I told her the rug was fine work, like I know anything about handicrafts. But it's what the Empress wanted to hear, wasn't it?
Jangan-jangan ada darah bawah ni dia tutup dengan kain.
All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I should tear all her filthy, disease-ridden clothes apart and burn them! Everything she wore, just to lure me in. Not even these violent impulses give me the strength I need to open the armoire. What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
What's wrong with you, dude? Just angry. Becoming angry and angry.
How could I be so inconsiderate? Did this stupid lamp destroy my marriage? I will fix it, in case she comes back. I haven't got any bulbs on me, and I didn't bring any tools. Wait, what am I thinking? Why am I worrying about a stupid lamp? All of these pathetic souvenirs. Stupid, feeble-minded woman with her silly menial things.
Okay. Dia gila.
It was she who didn't deserve me. I wouldn't waste my intellect on this sublunary distraction.
Aku rasa ubat tu
She
ubat
probably
sakit
cared more for this
jiwa.
plant than she cared for me.
Tapi dia tak makan.
I couldn't care less. It's just a book. What good will reading a fairy tale do me? God has never been there for me when I needed comfort. Why would he want to go out of his mysterious ways to help me now? Why torture myself trying to remember? Changeable man, insolent wretch. Sounds like Serena, all right.
Who was it made the first overtures named Love Unending as Time Endures? Ever as we rode across my father's realm, the mystic sea burnished the Thai poet's helm, nor described in a Thai final sketch. Spell Thai love without fault to the fey, or end Thai life with bit of mortal clay.
Her father's realm. She was a daughter of the Celtic sea god.
Celtic. Mananan.
Makler? Scholars say Niav's divine father, Mananan, was of an elder race even more ancient than the Tuahaja Danan.
Oh,
Too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
Oh, real good.
Her jewelry box. What is it doing here?
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, that used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon. I question how I once saw things. How much of what I thought we had were my own feelings, and how much of your manipulation, because you are so very good with words, aren't you? You knew how to use them when we met, and for the longest time, I went along with the romantic whirl you conjured up around our shabby, isolated existence. Oh, it took me long enough to see it for what it was. And there were these moments that you swept me off on foolish flights of fancy, when I threw myself into your fantasies. You wove your spell, plying me with your magic and with wine in equal measure, and I was taken in like the lost little girl I was. Do you realize all the pain you've caused me? They say if you have to ask whether someone loves you, you already know the answer. Protestations to the contrary can no more convince me any more than I can make my own mother or father draw breath again. Your aloofness tells a different story. I no longer know what you're thinking. With my parents gone and with your refusal to even accompany me in my time of need, something broke. Or maybe it happened long ago, but I never saw it so clearly before, even after everything. I don't make you feel comfortable? Really? That's all you have to say? I won't waste any more life waiting for things that'll never come. Of course, that's what you expect me to do. Play the good wife so no one will laugh at you for being the failure you are, to shield you from the truth of your existence. Lost in your books and vapid verse, blithely drifting into the mists of time, as if not even a footnote, when you could be raking at it if you'd only used your words for anything other than personal indulgence. You talked and talked about your path, the winter blueness of my eyes, all that nonsense. And the years rolled by, the seasons came and went, on, you pursuing your dreams that will never be, lost in your damned words, looking for clues you'll never find. I'm sure you're doing it even now with your rotting books. You took the best years of my life and gave only empty words in return. We've gone as far as we can, and something's got to give.
It's just a bunch of schmaltzy junk. A shrine to naivety. I don't see anything else of value. I should just destroy this useless junk. But not even the venom inside me gives me strength. All of this... I couldn't care less. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies.
Sit down, we need to talk.
When did it go so wrong? This was supposed to be a... We weren't supposed to fight here.
You just don't get it, do you? You never do.
I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I feel like throwing this chair through the window. But that would just make me even angrier. Her favorite chair, huh? I should just smash this thing to pieces. It's wobbly and off balance, just like she was. Especially that night. I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of this, I couldn't... What? Truth is, I could have used this spice to get some of her abominations down my throat. She never had any sense for balancing a meal. It was either spicy hot or cringeworthy bland. I was used to much better fare before my family fell on hard times. Almost empty. So typical of you, Serena. Not one limit.
Hey, berperasan.
I'm too upset to even think straight.
Ya, tak mau tengok lagi. Sekejap.
She actually threw this at me once. She could have killed me. That's how the bedroom window got that crack.
Oh.
Here's your stupid omelet.
Heavy damn thing. Cast iron. I hate her so much. I tried to be charitable with her, but what did it get me? Honestly, she could rarely carry a tune, so her humming habit got on my nerves. My wife has no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less. This earth breeds not our happiness. William Blake. Never those dry, blackened omelets again. Good riddance. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship. I want to hurl the whole damn lot into the lake. Or just tear at the pages until the wind sweeps them away. Some of these started a mildew long ago. Nothing gold can stay. Frost. Oh, those words. Those damn words. My whole life's been consumed by them. Now I have none left to say. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. This armchair. This is where we had that talk. That damn...
I've been trying so hard, but we lost something along the way. Did you get my letter? Will you just listen to me for once? God, you're always... Wait, where are you going? Don't walk away from me.
Why torture myself trying to remember?
Macam mana? Apa ni? Darah ke?
I'm too upset to even think straight.
Ha?
I hate her so much. All of these pathetic It's like looking into my own soul right now. Did I see shadows move? No,
No.
just my imagination. It's like the whole world is against me. Even my mind is playing tricks on me. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. A part of me still thinks she'll forgive me and come back. But I've lost all hope now. Do I deserve to be forgiven? What about all the things she did and all the things she said?
Words and dreams may be enough for you, but you know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon because I've had enough.
Why torture myself trying to remember?
Okay, dah habis. Cek.
Her
Oh,
wedding ring or mine? But what is it doing here? Oh, please, no. It's hers. I can't believe she would just leave it here. Where the hell is she? No. It can't be true. No. No, I didn't do it. I need to wake up from this nightmare. I'm too upset to even think straight. I remember how happy these made her. She smiled. That wonderful smile. I must have gifted these to make amends or something. Or did I? Did I ever gift her anything? She loved her trinkets more than she loved me. Right? I hate her so much. She's angry
Oh.
now. Part of me realizes I should be more shocked by this, but for some reason, I just feel numb, beyond it. She was lying to me and manipulating me all the time. Why did I let her do that? I'm the one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot. All of this, these pathetics. I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
okay, aku dah check dah semua.
Why torture myself trying? I'm too upset to even think. I hate her so much.
I think the only one is the... Oh, aku ingat ada mayat. Betul lah, aku agak dah dia bunuh.
I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen.
My God,
No, you couldn't
what is
help your
this?
damn self.
It can't.
Can't risk moving it now.
It isn't.
The bulldozers are coming any
How
minute.
did it happen?
Don't
I
worry.
can't remember. It's already rotten beyond recognition. But how much time has passed? It's dry and withered. A body takes at least weeks to... How long has it been? I can't even remember how I did it. Maybe I didn't. Do I have brain damage? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't worry, it's all covered. We spent most
I remember stumbling on this more than once, but she always insisted it be kept here. She did it on purpose. This rug, I could wrap the body in it. No, I can't. I can't even think about this. It's grotesque. Red like blood. Yellow like dead eyes. Please,
Habis dah, tak boleh
let me
tekan.
wake up. Let it be a dream.
Wait,
Is this purgatory? Job, was it? Why did I not die at birth? For now I would have lain down and been quiet. I would have slept. I would have been at rest. To hell with this book. My own dark world, barely alive, Is this my eternal punishment? I wonder if this plant is poisonous. With my luck, it would just give me a headache. Attribution. You were a better fate for me. I used to have some sleeping pills here. They're gone. Oh, I'd give anything for a bottle of scotch. So many things wrong. Different. I should electrocute myself with that lamp.
Nak bunuh diri
I
ni.
don't need to see that horror any better. Is there someone out there? Or am I hearing things? I'm not taking any chances by turning this on. What happened? I remember none of it. Nothing. In that sleep of death, what dreams may come. I can't bring myself to close my eyes. I know I'll see her. What have I done? I feel sick. Flesh. Temptations. Oh no. I couldn't. Not after. I didn't touch her. I could have, but no. I did not.
What are you talking about, dude?
Would death be guaranteed? If I'm too much of a coward to try killing myself with this.
Oh, macam tu.
No light. Only darkness. Dust. Only dust. Will I see another dawn after this long night? I'd do anything to forget, to be able to focus on something. Just read again. Anything other than... Dear God. Isn't time supposed to heal all wounds? I've really gone insane this time, haven't I? I could swear time is standing still. How long
Kalau
must
ada
I
bonus
suffer?
perempuan ni dalam pukul 6 suku.
The sun is a silent death for some. Dehydration, delirium. If I smashed the window, I could just slit my wrists with the shards. Bashing my head through might cut a carotid artery, even quicker than the wrists.
And then you toppled us.
Shattering it would get me some sharp shards, but now I'm so drained. It's all futile anyway. If only I could see her hold this again. But now, this is real. No
Sebab
dream
dia
is ever like
ni
this.
panah baran ku. Terbunuh
I
perempuan
can't
tu.
touch it. It was hers. What did I do to my love? When was the last time she brushed her hair? Did I brush her hair? They say hair is just dead cells anyway.
So dia mati
The
yang
more hair
sempat
you
lagi
have,
sikat.
the more strands of dead cells sprouting from your scalp, streaming behind you in your wake. What's happening to me? Is this real or some kind of drug-fueled nightmare? Wish I could overdose myself with this. Nah, an easy way out is never the best one. My head is pounding. Is it the pills I never took? Is this my punishment?
You realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to...
It smells sour and musty,
You couldn't help your down.
like decay.
You can't risk me.
Evidence.
The bulldozers are coming
Shit.
any minute.
Evidence.
Don't worry,
Evidence.
I can't run from this.
you spent much time here.
I didn't deserve her. Whatever happens to me, I will deserve it.
10 months into...
I can't bear looking at this. All the neglect within. I didn't look enough at her. And now, it's too late. Her purple dress, like it was torn out of the night sky. And I tore her life from her. She's not coming back. She never left. I've been running from a lot, but I can't run away from this. I must be in shock. It still hasn't sunk in emotionally what I must have done. What else would explain it?
Belahan. This. Senyap. Tak.
You had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But you didn't help your damn self. You can't risk moving.
With a twist of
With
wind.
a twist of wind, Oshin fell hard on his homeland ground. You and me both, my warrior poet. You and me both. I read somewhere, I forget where, only one way a fairy romance can end. There's only one way anything can end, really. It might as well be a coffin. Everything within it is just dead. I should bury my sorry self in it. All those memories. I'm so sorry, Serena. I loved you.
Sorry. It's all covered. You spent much time here.
Dead, worm-eaten wood. The many times we sat here. So many. To think there would ever be a last time. The dinners, the laughs. I can't bear looking at it any longer. I must have taken her ring off when... Why is it in this chest? Was it guilt? Disgust? Denial? In sickness and in health, until death do us part.
Yeah.
You spent much time.
Why did she have to be
Mati dah
like
orang
that?
tu.
Why did she always toy with my feelings? What have I done to you, my Serena? I can't think about this. I feel faint. Have to breathe normally.
Oh.
My face. What's happened to my face? Is this my punishment? It's like looking into a mirror. I've just been slowly rotting inside all along. Until I took her life. I am a demon. A
Oh,
destroyer.
tu kat luar.
Impure.
You think they will buy it after all this time?
Fire will do it.
It's been months since.
There's no point. No point at all.
Fine. Give me
The more I look at this, the more it feels like an electric chair. I won't see her sitting on this chair ever again. I just don't know how to cope. I'm getting hysterical. Seeing this, I can't help thinking of pepper spray. It doesn't even make any sense. Pepper, the black condiment. I have to focus on something, just not this. I need to stop staring at this idiotic thing.
Don't worry. It's all
If only I had died of high blood pressure, at least she would be random associations.
fire will do
I
it.
remember after our fight just staring at this salt shaker for what seemed like hours. Serena was the salt of the earth. She was my pillar, my guardian angel. What
Ya,
have I
Jud.
done?
Dah dalam hutan. Tak ada siapa yang dapat tahu. Yang Hang ni bunuh dia. Oh no.
I'm going to be sick. There's no booze, no food.
Makan apa sama ni?
Oh, is this how I did it? Even if there was anything left to eat or drink,
It's all
I couldn't force it down.
You spent much time
There's
here.
no point. I should bash my skull in with this right here, right now. There's no point in going on. If only Serena hadn't missed me back then.
Dia tak miss, dia pula akan jadi macam hang sekarang. Kalau dia tak bunuh hang bunuh dia. So, dua-dua akan jadi macam ni.
Do you realize how stupid this was?
Just words.
We had a plan. I took
This
measures
is
to ensure nothing like
not life.
But
All the words in these books couldn't bring her back to me.
we can't risk
What
moving
have
it
I
now.
become?
The bulldozers are coming
All the
any minute.
knowledge in here was at my reach, and
It's all
yet I was blinded by ignorance.
Do you think they will buy it after all this
Hmm.
time?
Fire will do it.
It's been months since you.
That night, the night we had that fight,
Give me the kerosene.
this is where she told me.
Oh,
What a damn
dia
fool
bunuh
I
kat sini. Nampak?
Don't walk away from me. Don't you fucking care anymore? Stop. Get back here.
She was right.
Do you realize
I wasn't good enough for her.
we had a plan? I took measures to ensure
Dia bunuh perempuan ni kat sini.
but
Dia ketuk ke apa tak tahu lah.
your damn self. We can't risk
Gambar ni sama je.
the bulldozers are coming any minute.
Don't worry. It's all covered. You spent much time here.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time?
Fire will do it.
Those noises sound like more than one person. Who can it be?
Give me the kerosene.
The police? Are they coming for me? I deserve it, but I want to see who it is first.
Wait.
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Fire will do it.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time? It's been months since you...
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Fine, give me the kerosene.
Hey. No.
Oh shit, we forgot your... Fuck! It was so stupid to leave it. Why did you do that?
Can you calm down? I couldn't bear to wear it any longer. It's in a safe place. We'll pick it from the ashes.
Please! Let me go!
No. Oh. What? Macam tu ke ending dia mati. Mati terbakar. This game is good. I like it. Walaupun just klik yang cakap. Tapi sebab voice actor dia tu sangat power, sangat bagus. So kita rasa macam apa? Kita rasa macam tak boring lah. The plot bagus. Aku ada baca yang game ni dear friend Serena Nelson. Oh. Ya, game ni sebenarnya fans yang tolong. Adalah baca dalam 40 orang berganding bahu untuk buat game ni, bagi sumbang. Semualah idea ke apa kan. The sound is good. The sound, the surrounding, the atmosphere bagus. Game ni bukan pasal horror, pasal hantu tak. Lebih kepada kisah rumah tangga. Daripada mula-mula dia bahagia, and then lama-lama Makin lama makin ada masalah, and then dia pun bergaduh. And then lelaki ni tak tahu lah, mungkin sebab dia tak ambil ubat ke apa, tapi dia makin lama dia makin marah, makin dia ada sikap panas baran kot, aku tak tahu lah. Dia tak boleh terima yang Serena aku salah, Serena ni nak tinggalkan dia, gaduh-gaduh, and then dia bunuh Serena ni. Serena ni pun tak tahu lah, maybe kedua-duanya ada masalah sendiri, tak diterima. Dia pun ni maybe toxic. Dua pasangan ni tak sepatutnya bersama. Macam ni game dia. Nampak kenapa aku punya ni lah, Steam. Dia just tak ada, orang kata apa, macam ni yang gelap. Dia tak ada main screen setting semua tak ada. Tiba-tiba dia terus quit sendiri. So masa aku mula-mula main tu, terkejut juga terus start. Jadi aku sangat suka game ni, daripada kita boleh tengok perjalanan kehidupan rumah tangga dia pun, macam mana sampai akhirnya dia bunuh, dia simpan perempuan tu dalam almari. Kita boleh tengok kat mana darah tu kan, kat mana dia bunuh perempuan tu. Itulah lagi satu sebab dia pun ni macam bersendirian dalam hutan, tak ada jiran-jiran, macam dalam dunia dia pun sendiri. And then last part tu aku tak pasti siapa dia tu, adakah owner cabin ni, sebab dia pun bakar. Kemungkinan dia pun nakkan insurans rumah ni, I don't know. Sebab mula-mula dia kata dia nak bulldozer kan, nak terus runtuhkan rumah ni kan. Lepas tu tak tahu kenapa dia bakar, terus bakar. Memang niat dia pun nak bunuh lelaki tu, sebab dia pun tahu lelaki tu kat dalam ni. Don't know. Ni betul-betul bagus game ni, aku suka. Review pun banyak yang mostly positif. Tahun game ni tahun 2014 lah. Nice. Terbaik lah game ni. Apa maybe tak apa suka lah kot, sebab dia hanya bercakap saja. But I like it. Aku suka. Korang apa pun suka. Aku nak ucapkan terima kasih sebab sudi subscribe ke channel aku. Aku sangat hargai sangat sokongan hampa. Tanpa hampa aku tak ada lah nak buat video macam ni, sebab tak ada siapa yang nak tengok. Tapi sebabkan hampa subscribe, hampa tengok channel aku buat. Terima kasih. Jumpa apa di game seterusnya. Terima kasih kerana menonton. Bye.